Why noodles? I love noodles. I could eat them every single day. I loved this particular type of noodle because the whole artistry of how it's made, and it's Chinese fast food, but it's also this really beautiful, almost poetry in motion kind of skill. I can probably pull 3 servings a minute, but that's still fast enough for now. It all started in 2008, thanks to a fluke in my college schedule. I was trying to take Japanese, ended up taking Chinese, and went to Beijing to study just Mandarin Chinese all day. And being a poor student in Beijing, I was looking for filling, cheap food. Noodles fit the bill. And then on top of it, I saw these guys in the back hand pulling these noodles, which is something I'd never seen before and was always interested in it. And then almost 10 years after I graduated, went back to China and went to Lanzhou, which is in northwest China, and the oldest noodles in China come from this area, potentially even the birthplace of noodle culture.
That's the good stuff.
The type of noodles that I make in Chinese is called lamian, which just means pulled noodles. That became langman in the Mongolian languages, ramyun in Korean, and ramen in Japan. It's all the same word. This is really a seminal noodle, and I felt like going right to the birthplace of it to learn how to make them. Just arrived here in Lanzhou. It's Chinese trade school, so it's basically if you can pay, you can go. All right. Here's nothing. And it's pretty Spartan. Lived in a dorm with 6 or 7 guys. Everything's in Mandarin. Almost militaristic, very regimented. Spent about 2 weeks from 8 a.m. till 10 at night every day, just practicing. The hardest part of it is figuring out how the dough is supposed to feel. We would spend literally hours just ripping dough. We'd make it in the morning and then you'd work the same dough the whole day and start over the next day. At the end of the course, there was an examination system. The head instructor of the school invited me to participate in their examination process, and the Chinese school officials come down with clipboards and rulers, and you have 18 minutes to go from flour to noodles, and the noodles have to be pulled evenly and of the correct thicknesses. And so it was an honor just to be asked to go through the exam. I did pass. They told me I needed to have this certification to work in a noodle shop anywhere in the world, despite the fact that the US government may not recognize this particular certification. But I think it goes to show just how seriously this is taken. It helped solidify for me how meaningful this whole process is and how important it is to sort of keep this tradition alive, but also to do it the right way and respect the tradition. So I've started doing demos and dinners. A dumpling shop in London reached out to me to have me go out there and teach them and their staff how to make hand-pulled noodles. So I spent a week in London recently. It helped me realize that I think the skill set is a little more unique than I thought. Going into it was more of a novelty to me at the beginning, and now I'm realizing that this is a pretty unique experience and set of skills. And so kind of just seeing where it goes. I have a day job, I'm not trying to open a noodle shop immediately, but who knows where things will go in the future.